Hey, what's going on, guys? So this video is for people who don't have their T7 researched yet. So this is sort of the things you need to know to get T7 troops, a guide to T7 troops. Yeah, so let's dive right in. I want to start off with some really good news. For those of you who have grinded for T6 troops, you know how much obsidian you need to level up your buildings from 49 to 50, and how much mana and banknotes it takes for the T6 troop research. It's immense. The amount of gold you're going to have to blow through, you're going to be sitting and buying mana for hours at a time probably to get that T6 research. Unless you're in an old realm where the packs come with tons of T4, you're going to be clicking all day using gold for T6. And there's really good news, guys. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Once all your T6 is researched and you level up your buildings to level 50, you're done with T4. You move on to T5 resources and above. So that means no more obsidian, no more, all that nonsense, no more mana, no more banknotes. You're done with that. That's the first great news. The other good news is T5 resources. So they're platinum based. They're not gold based. So you've probably been stocking up on platinum, and now you can finally stop using gold and start using platinum again, or for the first time actually. And so the other good news is T5 resources cost very little platinum. So you can buy tons of T5 resources with just a little bit of platinum. A little bit of platinum goes a long way. Yeah, so the other thing is from going all your buildings 50, so from 41 to 50, all your buildings need exalted building blueprints. Once you get all your buildings to level 50, to go to 51 and up, at least up to 60, you need the divine building blueprints. So hopefully you've been stocking up on those. There's some bad news here is the higher you get into the 50s, the more and more, I mean, we know the drill, right? The higher your buildings, as you progress through your Citadel levels, the resource costs get higher and higher. And the speed up cost gets higher and higher, and also the building blueprint cost goes up. So you're going to need a lot of building blueprints. I don't know the exact number, but it's going to be a few 100,000. In all honesty, it's going to be at least 200,000. I don't have the exact numbers. I'm sure you can find it on some line, some line chats or Discord chats. Maybe even FFXV Hub might have it. I'm not sure if they have it or not, but or maybe even leave a comment if you know how many building blueprints it costs. It's pretty intense, but not as bad as it could be. And more good news, guys. For me, I was stuck in the mid-40s Citadel level for a long time, but I blew right through the 50 Citadels. Like from 51, I jumped to 56 really fast. The only thing holding me back was just the blueprints, trying to get enough of the divine building blueprints, and the research also is pretty costly. So let's take a look at the research. But we all pretty much know the drill. It's more the same basic. If you've grinded for T4, you've grinded for T5. If you've grinded for T6, you know what the grind's like. You know once you feel close, you're really not that close. But so let's take a look. We've got a bunch of new research here. We've got the crystal march speed. It maxes at. So let's take a look at some of these buffs for getting from T6 to T7 are really big. So this research is just awesome in general. Wait till you see some of these numbers if you haven't. If you're wondering why some people with T7 are so beastly, it's because this research is so good. So the crystal march speed, that's nice for a couple people, but not for everybody. The siege armor, this is where it starts to get really interesting. 6,000 total bonus at level 20. That's a lot of armor. Like, prior to this point, it's tough to get a lot of armor. Except for if you're an older realm, you can get a lot of armor pretty easily, but this research is really the first place that I've seen armor really easy to get, at least for me. So these are all the same. It's 50% at max. Or 50%. I'm sorry. It's 6,000% at max for the armor. So those are all really good upgrades. Then we have the armor piercing skill. Maxes at 350%. That's not, you know, I mean, every little bit helps. So now we have the attacks for each troop type, and each one is 1800%. And all these, it's all T5 and T6 resources. Uh, One thing that's important to note, though, is it's fairly easy to get all these into the like level 10. Like it's really easy to get them, but once you start getting around level 10 and beyond, it starts taking a lot of T5, a lot of T6, and I mean a lot of divine research tomes. Yeah, you're going to need so many divine research tomes. It's crazy. Also, you need the divine speedups, which are platinum based. And once you start getting near level 20, I mean, it's thousands of days each upgrade. So, thousands of days. The good news is the packs come with a lot. The bad news is if you're a free to play player, you're going to be in some hurt. You're going to be burning through. For me, I didn't use much platinum because I had the speed ups from the packs. If you don't have the speed ups from the packs, you're going to be sinking a lot of platinum into the speed ups. So hopefully, you know, you might be able to get some speed ups from some events and also from the Divine Ascension chests. Those are going to help you out quite a bit. But primarily, it's going to be platinum. And if you don't have, well, one thing that's really going to help is if you have a level 100 Ignis and you have his research cost reduction max and also his resource cost reduction. So his resource cost reduction and also his research speed. I think I said resource twice, but both of those are going to be really important. It's going to save you so much clicking, so much time, so much platinum. But again, if you're free to play, this is a totally different experience trying to get T7. As even if you buy one pack, it's going to be a world of difference. So that's one thing worth noting. But all these, I think they're all 1800% max. So pretty good attack bonus, especially for, you know, I mean, attack's awesome, right? And you're going to be primarily using your troops, so you're going to get tons of attack bonus. And then you're free to upgrade some of these. Now, here's another interesting thing about T7. It's a little bit like T6 in that you can do the research at earlier levels. So you can do the T7 siege, the level 7 siege engine research. You can do that at Citadel 57. And its requirements are a lot smaller than, like, these don't have to be max. These can, I forget what the actual numbers, but yeah, definitely when you click on your siege level 7, it'll say what you need. And you can do the bare minimum, research that, and have it all set at level 57 University. So level 57 Citadel and level 57 University. And you're set for the level 7 siege. It's actually pretty easy to get level 7 siege. And even level 7 warriors is pretty easy. And for level 7 warriors, you need a Citadel 58 and University 58. One cool thing, though, what differentiates level 7 troops from level 6 troops in terms of dynamic and how it's used in game is you can actually train them at that level. So if you have a level 57 Citadel and you have the level 57 University, you can train, or you can research the siege engine, and then you're going to need a level 57 training ground to train them. But that's really cool. So that means, and you've probably seen people in your realm that are, you know, upper 50s and they already have some T7 and are using it. Whereas T6, you can't train them until, I think training ground's 50, right? But not level 7 troops. They do it different. So it's 57 for siege, 58 for warrior, 59 for mages, and 60 for cavalry. And it's definitely, at least for me, I was sitting at only having the warriors unlocked for a long time. And the big reason for me being stuck at level 7 warriors was I could not get my hands on enough research tomes. You're going to need over 500,000 research tomes to complete your level 7 troop research. So be prepared for that. It's no joke trying to get that many research tomes. So how do you get research tomes? You'll probably get some from the realm bosses. So there's I think it's the Wyvern Realm Boss drops them, but it drops small amounts. So you're going to be hitting that thing all day just to get a few thousand. You can get some in the Divine Ascension chests. You can get some. Now, how I got all mine, you can get, of course, you can get them in packs. Now, how I got all mine is actually from these Moogle market events. So when we have these monster invasions, like the candy corn flans, if you scroll, at least for me, if you scroll down to the very bottom, you can buy for 18 credits. You can buy 1,000 Divine Research Tomes or 1,000 Divine Building Blueprints. And I got almost all my tomes from these events, from just 18 at a time. I think that's the way to go. You know, hopefully you have the Moogle market unlocked, and you're set in that case. If you don't have the Moogle market unlocked, it's going to be, you're going to need to wait for a really good realm boss. Now, Cindy is going to help you get the building blueprints if you have her hitting the realm boss. But if you don't have Cindy, you're going to need the specific realm boss. That's probably how you're going to get it. Of course, you get some from the Divine Ascension chests. But yeah, pretty much the Moogle market's going to help you out a lot. I think a lot of people buy it in packs. And every once in a while, they'll do a special event. Oh, prepare for an RVR, guys. Every once in a while, they'll do like an hour-long event that if you buy a pack during that event, it comes with some type of credit or token that allows you to place, get the Tier 1, the Tier 2, and the Tier 3. And usually those drop a lot of the blueprints that you need. So those are some ways. I imagine most people it's going to be the Realm Boss or the Moogle Market or packs. Yeah. In terms of, so some things that might help you is the Oracle research. Now I mentioned that T5 is fairly cheap, so you know you can, but so you know you don't necessarily have to get the cost reductions here, but it will save you a lot of clicking because you're going to need billions and billions of these as well. And if you have that 50%, at least that's a lot less clicking you have to do to buy it with Platinum. I would highly recommend doing the Tier 6 construction cost and research cost. I would try to get the Tier 6 over the Tier 5 because Tier 6, it costs more than Tier 5 Platinum in terms of Platinum. So it's pretty important to do this over the Tier 5. I mean, the big thing with the Tier 5 is it's more a matter of clicking than it is how much Platinum you have. But T6, you actually start seeing your Platinum go down trying to buy it if you're buying it with Platinum. So yeah, and that's the building, and I tried to do the research too. Looks like I did manage to get it, so that'll help a lot. Of course, I think the staples for T7, for getting T7 troops, you're gonna want an Ignis. I mean, he's still one of the best champions. I mean, just look at how much he's gonna save you at level 100. Let's just pull it up. I mean, it's pretty important. You could do it without Ignis. It's just going to take a lot more resources and a lot more speed ups. But this skill, it's 50% at level 100. 50%, all your costs just halved. All your costs halved. That's awesome, guys. That's a really good skill. And then, of course, his research speed is going to save you 50%. So at level 100, it'll save you 50%. Exalted research. Oh, we're in Divine now. We're in Divine. It's going to save you 25% Divine, and yeah, 25. Oh, next one is 27. So it'll save you 25% Divine research speed. That's that's quite a bit. Some other things that'll help you. One thing I would do is wait for a realm event that gives you Divine building costs, or not building costs, but Divine time building costs. And also Divine time research costs. That's going to help out quite a bit. If you wait for an event, they haven't done one in a month or two, so we're probably due. That or they just forgot about it, so maybe it won't come anymore. Who knows? There's also the Crystal Nexus. There's the, I think it's this one. Let's see. Oh, no, not that one. It's this one. Okay, yeah. All research speed 50%. This will come in handy, especially if you save up resources for that push, and also research tomes for that push for Cavalry T7. This would help a lot if you're doing like a mass upgrade in an hour. You have an hour 40 minutes to do a mass upgrade. And this one's the building. So 50% construction speed for building. That'll help you out quite a bit too, trying to push to the upper Citadel levels into the, getting closer and closer to 60. They're also, and hopefully you have a lot of this max from, trying to get your T6 research. But if you don't, certainly check your economic tab and make sure you have level 11 research cost efficiency. So that'll save you 16% resource costs. Every little bit of platinum you save, that'll help out. So I would try to get a level 11. You don't need any special research tomes for that. Like, you don't need the economic research tome, that nonsense. And you can also do the construction level 8. So construction cost efficiency level 8. That'll save you a little bit more platinum. A little bit less clicking. So that's good stuff to have. Fortunately, most of this beyond that, you can get level 1 research speed too. That, 1%, why not? Unfortunately, to go beyond that, you need the economic research tomes, which I haven't seen except for in one pack, and I don't want to buy that. Hopefully we can get that for, some type of free-to-play soon. Yeah, so that, let's see. Yeah, those are the main things for T7. One other thing that's kind of important to note that I didn't see coming, but level 7 troops require a single special material for each one of these. So for Warrior, the special material is these mithril daggers. For Mages, the special material is amulets, divine amulets. And so it doesn't really matter what it is, but you just have to know that each one of these requires a special material that only they need. It's not a platinum-based material. You can't buy that material. You can only get it in packs or on that expansion. But here's the one thing, though, guys: the expansions don't produce enough to matter. So, and you're not going to want to buy packs to train these. So what that means, you can still instant train them. You just can't train them and then use speed ups. So you have to instant train it. So that means each time you get level 7 troops, you're going to have to use platinum. There's just no way around it. So for me, it's about 13 million platinum for 90,000 troops. Now you can save quite a bit here if you use the, and I would recommend doing this, because you have to use platinum to train troops. I would recommend you can equip Noctis. He'll drop, if you have Noctis leveled, if you have his training skill, he has that one skill that reduces training speed, like the time to train troops. That'll help you out quite a bit, because as the cost goes down, the platinum will go down as well. As the time costs go down, the platinum will go down. Also, there are these items that you get during RVR events that you probably sit on and forget about, like I do. Let's see, it is these train speeds, and these will save you a lot of platinum too if you use 20%. So in theory, you're going to save almost 20% off that platinum cost. So that'll definitely highly recommend using a training speed boost before you train up a bunch of troops. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You have to use that instant train for T7. And there's something else. Oh, one thing I would recommend too is if you see where it says real time here, that's how long it takes. Now, if you get down to 60 days or down to 30 days, notice it's the same, pretty much the same platinum cost. All of a sudden, the platinum cost jumps way down once you get like 60 days, just below 60 days to just above. Actually, it's not too bad. I was going to say, like, you know how when you buy speed ups, you buy it in chunks. So, like, there's a 7-day chunk, there's the 20-day chunk, and the 30-day chunk. It'll save you quite a bit if you get it in between the different levels. So, like, from the 7-day chunk, it'll save you. Yeah, you can tell it more right in here. The jump from just below 7 days to just above 7 days, it's a lot more platinum. Yeah, there you can tell. It goes from 1,300 to 2,700 just for an extra like 700 troops there. So that's pretty important to note. So I would definitely pay attention to that. Try to get train troops as cost efficient. Basically, I'm just trying to say, try to train effectively and efficiently, and don't just instant train because it's easiest. Well, maybe you want to do that. All depends on how much platinum you have. Yeah. One thing I recommend doing is once you train T7 warriors, so once you get your T7 warriors researched, you're probably not going to research level 7 mages and level 7 cavalry right away. You're probably going to do it in chunks. At least most people do. Because you're not going to have all the materials you need to jump to the next level instantly, unless you're just unless you're saving up tons of resources forever and tons of research tomes. You probably won't do them all at once. So once you have level 7 warriors researched, I would train half your capacity, half your troop capacity in those warriors. And the other half I would go level 6 mages and level 6 cavalry. And you can also go and train some level 7 siege if you want. Yeah, guys, so some other things that will help is also your gear. So a lot of people, they forget that there is gear that can help you out in research. One thing that I've really been slacking on is there is a body armor that actually helps you out quite a bit. I always forget about it and neglect to use it, but it's actually not too bad, is the Ciphers Cape. So this saves you 15% all research speed. That's not bad, right? 15% off all research speed. And I got to tell you, this is going to come in handy, especially moving past moving past T7 troops, trying to research to T8. That 15% elite speed ups are expensive, guys. So yeah, this 15% will actually help quite a bit. So go ahead and use the Ciphers Cape, equip that when you do your research on Ignis. So hopefully you have an Ignis. Hopefully you can equip the Ciphers Cape. Zephyr, however you pronounce it. It'll help a ton. Also, guys, there's the Hydreian accessories, which I cannot see here. I have to go to inventory. So look at these Hydreian accessories, because if you're doing Power of Sanctum Hall runs, you can craft some basic lower level of these, and it's quite a bit, even the lower level ones. So if you get a green, it's 46% divine research speed for one of these. You get 3 of them, and that's going to help you out a ton, especially as a free-to-play player. You get 3 of these in green, or even if you can get, like, let's look at one gold one. One gold one. I think I have a gold. Let's see here. Yeah, I do have a gold. So this gold will give you 100% divine research speed. If you have 3 of these, that's 300%. Then if you have the Ciphers Cape, that's 315%. That'll help you out quite a bit, right? And then if you have Ignis, that's another, what is Ignis, 30%. So 345% research speed reduction. Yeah, I'll take that any day. That's not bad, guys. So pay attention to these accessories for sure. And there also is a weapon. Now, there's an event. There was a guild hall, not a guild hall, there was a Proving Grounds dungeon for a weapon a while back, the Divine Prospector's Wrench. And it's a real, I feel bad I didn't try to get that back in the day, but I've yet to see the materials for it anywhere else from that Proving Ground. Now, if somebody knows how to get the resources for it, please let us know, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. Might have skipped it. Nope, I didn't skip it. Yes, I haven't seen it anywhere else, unfortunately, but I know some people have it. Every once in a while I see people with that wrench. Man, there's so many weapons. Here it is, Divine Prospector's Power Wrench. And that'll save you 50%. So that's another 50 if you can get it. Now you have to get the living metals, and that's what I haven't seen anywhere else, except for that one dungeon, so that's a bummer, darn. But 50%, that's another 50, or that's construction speed. My bad, that's not research, that's construction speed. So those things will help you out. Get the Hydreian accessories, get the Ciphers Cape and Ignis. If you have those 3, you're gonna be set for the research. Then it's just getting enough. Now some people mention this. If you have Ignis and you have his mastery skill, so once you get him above 100, you can start using his mastery skill points. And there's scientific breakthrough. Now this will save you a lot in terms of divine research tome costs. Well, 5%, but 5% is quite a bit when you're talking hundreds of thousands. So that would help. You know, I think he's even got a normal skill, but I don't know if it goes. Let's just check it out. He's got his normal tome reduction skill. Let's see if that affects divine or not. It does. So you can get 10% divine research tome cost reduction. That'll help out. The downside of that is at some point you're going to want to reset his skills, because this isn't a very useful skill to have maxed once you're done with T7, because you're pretty much done with divine research tomes once you have T7 troops. So yeah, so you're going to have to burn a skill reset for those 10. You have to decide what's more valuable to you, a skill reset or a tome reduction, a 10% tome reduction. I think it's up for debate there. You can actually go beyond 10%. You can get even more if you keep putting points in this. Looks like it maxes at probably 11%. Yeah, it says 10% here, but usually you can go one level beyond that once you get to 101. So yeah, 11%. Good deal. Good deal indeed. And, you know, Cindy, if you have Cindy, she is another hero that would help you out leveling up your buildings in particular, because she has this skill, all construction speed. So that's going to help you out quite a bit. 90%. Let's see, what I guess 100% max. Yeah, 100% exalt. Wait, this doesn't match with that, does it? Divine 90%. Up here it says 100%. Okay, yeah, I guess that's right. 100%. Oh, I see. I was just, man, okay, yeah. It's just my eyes playing tricks on me, so I'm tired, I guess. So 200% exalted, 100% divine construction speed, 50% elite. And as I mentioned before, you know, divine is not so bad, but elite is a lot of platinum. I think it's billions of platinum for elite. So Cindy's going to really be helpful. She's basically like Ignis, except for better, to be honest. So it's like, yeah, I think if I could only get 2 heroes, I think it'd be Cindy and Ignis, because Cindy for construction and Ignis for research, and boom, you're set, just like that. So if you can get a Cindy, highly recommend it. She's by far my favorite hero, especially because there's just so many good things about Cindy. But I won't get too sidetracked with how good Cindy is right now, but that construction speed, not bad, right? There's also Noctis has some skills. Let me just see. I think it might be just exalted though. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's just exalted construction. Yeah, exalted research and exalted construction. So that'll help you out for T6, but not really beyond. I wonder if this skill is all research speed. Should we test this out, guys? Should we see if this skill is all research speed? Because if it is, I don't think it is, but if it is, that would be pretty important. So let's activate Noctis quick, and let's put some points in that. But real quick, let's, I'm going to have to speed this up. And, well, yeah, let's just go ahead and do this because I'm curious, right? Are you guys curious? I'm curious. But before I do this, I'm going to equip Cindy real quick because I want her to get the XP. So I'll speed this up with Cindy. You know, I'll show you guys how expensive elite speed ups are. 30-day, or you can't see that because I have one, but a 20-day is 2.5 billion platinum, or 20-day. Yeah, and you know we're going to need thousands of days, right? So it's definitely legit expensive for these research. Like elite speed ups, yeah, elite time it's not cheap time, that's for sure. Okay, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so let's activate Noctis and let's check out if the research speed is dropped at all. And let's see. Yeah, so we have enough points to do this. Nice. Let's test this out. So we want the I guess any of these sections. let's just go ahead and see if he'll help for elite, because if he helps for elite, he'll also help for divine. So elite, we've got troop HP level 4. Let's see. So currently I'm going to write this. Actually, I won't write it down. I'm going to remember this. 30 days, 18 hours, and 20 minutes. 30 days, 18 hours, and 20 minutes. Now if we put some points in that research skill, I don't think it's going to... Oh, this is construction. What am I talking about? Research. God, I'm stupid, man. I'm an idiot. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. So if we upgrade this, it's 28 days even. Okay, that'll be really easy. For 2 to 48, it's 28 days. Let's see if that construction works for all buildings. Let's see, so level 3 is 3%. I don't think that's going to make much difference. 28 days. Okay, yeah, so that only affects normal building construction. So don't worry about Noctis putting points in that. It doesn't affect anything past normal building construction speed. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Quick summary. It's going to help a lot if you have Cindy. It's going to help a lot if you have Ignis. The Hydreian accessories. If you have the Crystal Nexus, that'll help. If you wait up for a realm research and build event, that'll help out a lot. Yeah, definitely, it's going to help. It's going to help if you're grinding on the realm bosses for research tomes, for building tomes. It's going to help a lot if you have the moogle market and you can buy them from credits. That'll help you out a ton. That's really how I got all mine. I think getting T7 troops is going to be really difficult as a free-to-play player. But if you're buying any number of packs, like even one pack, it's going to make a huge difference. Especially in the old realms, you probably only need to buy one pack if you have the research tomes and the building tomes to jump all the way up. Like the packs are that good now. For our realm and for older realms, newer realms, you might take mini packs, especially if you're like one of the first to get T7. It's always expensive to be the first to get these research. So, you know, I mean, there's a big advantage to having T7 before everybody, but you pay so much for it. Personally, I like to be like that guy who's like the 25th to 100th person to get the next level, because it's a whole lot cheaper for that person, and you make up the ground quick. So there's going to be a period of time where you lag behind, but you know, you make up that ground and then some at way less cost financial. Like I bought so many less packs to get T7 than I did to get all the other. Like to get T5 cost me way more money than it did to get T7, which sounds crazy. Like the jump from T4 to T5 was super expensive for me, but the jump from T6 to T7, I don't think I bought any packs except for, actually I didn't buy any packs to get from T6 to T7. It was just grinding. I did have the moogle market, so that helps. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Grind it out, and hope you guys like T7 troops, man. They're awesome. They're so much better. That research helps a ton. Yeah, and you can train a lot of T7 troops on a little bit of platinum. 1 billion platinum goes a long way for T7. So that's good news. Good news. All right, guys, take it easy. I'm out of here.